All right, what's up, YouTube? It's snowing pretty good here, man. I like it. A little nipply, but hey, I just want to change video. I want to talk about lifting, powerlifting, and exercise for anybody over the age of 40, over the age of 50. Something very important is to, as men, make sure your T levels are where they should be, and if you're over 50 and your T levels are below 300, they're too low, and you should consult with your physician as to what you need to do. So you could have, I believe it's called hypogonadism, which is where your boys just decide to stop producing. There could be a whole host of issues that could be affecting your ability to not produce testosterone, but if you want strong bones, strong muscles, and you want to continue to lift, if you're not lifting, then that's something that you really need to bring back up to snuff, or you're just spinning your wheels, in my opinion. And if you're going to lift, you want to gain some strength, you want to gain some size, and you want to be healthy. And there's nothing wrong with the little TRT. And you'll feel tons better. Your energy will skyrocket, depending on the levels in which you and your doctor decide to go back to. There's like small maintenance doses that'll keep you at a certain level, that'll just keep you healthy, and you won't see a lot of muscle growth. And then diet's important. Don't get me wrong, and but that's not going to affect your testosterone. These supplements you see on, advertised on, if you take this pill, this will boost your testosterone, and lower extremity exercises will boost your testosterone. It's all bullshit. It does not. The Food and Drug Administration does not regulate the supplement industry, and so it's just BS. So you can go to Quest, is one that I'm familiar with, and go to quest.com. I can't remember, but they're on the interweb. So you type in Quest, and you can pick your own blood work. You can have your own blood work done. They have physicians that'll analyze your blood work, and right now I believe they're having a sale on testosterone. So you get your T levels checked. I want to say it's like $59 or $79. It's really cheap. It's inexpensive. And the thing is, when you talk to your doctor about your testosterone, you have to initiate that conversation, because they don't. They'll look at a host of other things. Oh, you just need to exercise more. Oh, you need more sleep. Cut back on the carbs. Blah blah blah. And it's all fine and dandy. Those things are important, but at the end of the day, it's your testosterone level. And like women, when women go into menopause and their hormone levels drop off, and women are dramatically affected by their hormone levels, and so are men. And so don't think you're any less of a man if you find out that your levels are low. I mean, it happens to everybody, and it's even more frequent today than it was 70 years ago. So get it done, get checked, and then you know where you're at. And then whatever treatment you decide to do is entirely up to you. Whether you do injections or whatever. I do, and I do a shot every Saturday, and I just pick a thigh and stick it in there. And and the first time I did it, I didn't feel anything till like the fourth week. Then it was just like, wow, holy crap. I mean, you want to talk about mood and energy and brain fog. Now everybody is affected differently, by an increase, bringing your levels back up to normal, because our bodies are, they're different, they're unique, right? And so for me, my strength just shot up like there was no tomorrow. It was just like, I went from 400 pounds to 450. It wasn't the next day. It took a little bit, and but it was much easier getting to that than it was before. And then I had I had a slight pec tear. I had 2 slight tears in my tricep, but that's just because the strength was just was picking up, man, and I was just nailing it. And so now I've kind of backed off a little bit, toned it down, because you got to remember, you're getting older. You're not a 20-year-old punk or a 30-year-old punk. You just got to take those things into stride. And your connective tissues don't always grow as fast as your muscle. So, you have to keep that in mind as well. And sleep, oh my gosh, getting your sleep is so important, man, in recovery and on top of the TRT. And but there's a whole host of YouTube videos out there, and some guys are super negative, and they're Mr. Debbie Downer, and but your results are going to be unique to you, and you definitely want to do it under a doctor's supervision so that you can get your blood work checked about every 3 months. You want to make sure that you're good to go there. Your red blood count's going to go up a little bit. Hemoglobin's probably going to be high, and a good remedy for that is just donate blood. I started donating blood, and I'm happy, healthy, donating blood. I'm making somebody else happy, healthy, and or helping somebody else, and they and the Red Cross likes that stuff. So you're just doing a lot for a lot of people, and so I just encourage guys over 40 to strength training, man. I mean, weight resistance training, not this aerobic stuff, not bands, not yoga. Yoga doesn't do, pardon my language, yoga doesn't do shit for you. Yoga's a joke, honestly, it really is. Downward dog, there's some of the dumbest crap I see people participating in yoga and meditation. My meditation, man, it's quiet time with the one and only Jesus Christ. There is no better yoga than the Lord Jesus Christ. You spend a little quiet time in your bedroom with him, and I'm telling you, your thoughts and worries and anguishes will go away, and you just think about him and what's in store for you, and it's better than Buddha, yoga, any of that other nonsense. I mean, Jesus Christ is a real living, breathing, I don't want to say entity like an alien or something, but he's a real person, and he uses other people, in our world to reach out to us and to motivate us and turn to the Bible. Oh my gosh, I don't know how many times I've been able to turn to the Bible. Sometimes I'm a little confused, and then other times it's just like, wow, that I get that, I understand that, and but remember, at the end of the day, just like anything else, our bodies aren't perfect, our minds aren't perfect, our spirit's not perfect. We're sinners, and but God has given us doctors, and he's given us knowledge, and he's given us science, for us to understand, and and I don't want to say take advantage of it, but you are your own best advocate. You have to go to your doctor, and you have to if your doctor's not meeting your needs, that's not the end of the story. Find a different doctor. Just tell your doctor, look, hey, love you, and I've enjoyed our time together, but I think you and I are in different directions, and I need something else, and go find that doctor that you can have a conversation with, and get your needs met, because at the end of the day, you're the one that has to go through it, you're the one that has to live with it, and you want to be the healthiest you that you could possibly be. Now, I still enjoy a good fist fight, even though I haven't been in one in a long time. I did in my youth, and I did in law enforcement, and I enjoy it. I don't want to say punch me in the face because I enjoy it, but punch me in the face because it's a motivator for me. It's one of those things that just trips my trigger and just motivates me until like there's no tomorrow. It's like I see nothing else after that first lick, you know. It's just an amazing feeling. It's an incredible adrenaline rush, and I miss it tremendously. And you know, nowadays, you know, you can't just get in a fist fight because, you know, the guy wants to bring a knife, the guy wants to bring a gun. I'm going to press charges. You're going to go to prison. You know, when I was growing up, you got in a fist fight and it was over with. In some cases, you guys became best friends. Man, you don't see that anymore. So anyway, you know, get big, stay strong, be strong. You know, because you're gonna wind up finding some punk that's gonna need his clock cleaned because that's the only thing he understands, and you want to do that as quickly, effectively, you know, as possible, without causing any injury to yourself. You want to take that person out, and so you know, my start to powerlifting was through police department. And had a great guy that was just a monster. He was literally just a monster of a dude, and he got me started in it and just explained all that stuff to me, and it was a big mentor, you know, on lifting, and I had some really great gains with this guy as far as strength gains, and then I just kind of kept it up. And but you know, you reach plateaus in your life. You have to change things up. You have to do things a little different. And just be aware, you know, that as your body ages, it's just natural. Things just change. And TRT is not bad for you. A lot of people, oh my God, it's going to increase your risk of cancer. Oh, really? I mean, look at the food that you're eating. You want to talk about risk of cancer? Look at the ingredients in your food. You know, eat out, for heaven's sakes. If you eat out a lot because you travel, look at the crap that's in your food, the preservatives, the hormones in your food. Trust me, that shot you give yourself once a week, and then as you lift and exercise, my blood work's perfect. I mean, there's nothing wrong with my blood work. You know, my blood pressure is great. You know, I'm 290. I bounce around between 291 and 294. You know, so I'm a good sized guy. And so I don't have any high blood pressure issues. I got other issues, but blood pressure and blood work's not it. My cholesterol's perfect. Triglycerides are perfect. You know, yeah. So you know, anybody can do it. And if you're starting off at 50 and this is your first time, or if you're starting off at 40, this is your first time really lifting, man, there's tons of guys that'll help you get you started. I think there's a Facebook group out there for guys. There's some dickheads on there, and you know, all they want to do is critique other people, whether they're critiquing their method of lifting, their style of lifting, their form, or their physical appearance. You know, those guys are just dicks. Pardon my language. You know, they should just be barred, banned, and you just block them. You just block those guys. But there's some really good guys out there that are much older. Even some guys in their 70s. Man, they're just knocking it out of the park. But I can't say it enough. You know, there's no age limit to lifting, and when you get out there and these young bucks, you know, see how big you are and see what you can lift, and you know, especially for men, you know, other men will look at other men and they'll judge you quickly. You know, yeah, can I take this guy? Am I bigger than this guy? You know, and some guys are like, oh, this guy scares me. I'm gonna cross the street. You know, it's what men do. You know, we size up other dudes. Most men, not all men, most men do, and it's just kind of something we've always done, even in high school. You know, guys still do it today. So you know, it's more comical today than it was when we were younger. But you know, I just enjoy it. You know, and you know, it's I don't want to say I'm looking for a fight, but you know, I welcome that opportunity. I know it's coming one day, and not to brag, but you know, I mean, it's like I haven't lost a fist fight since since I don't remember when. And, you know, I go into the mindset, I'm winning, you know, or I'm going to bite a chunk of flesh off you that you're never going to want to come back to see me. So I'm just teasing, but it's just fun. I just enjoy it, you know, and the sensation that you get from lifting, the endorphins, is just amazing. And so if you can snatch up your own equipment and you can do it at home, that's what I've done. I do it as often as I want, as long as I want, and I don't have to go to the gym and look at the morons in there on their phone, or the women in there that are just dressed up just to be eye candy, and which is stupid, and or they're videotaping themselves, which is again stupid. You know, I go to the left. I go to improve myself. I compete against myself. I don't compete against anybody else. And that's the other thing, you know, I'm trying to improve me. I do things that I think are beneficial for me, not anybody else. And you know, I've been called the Buff Santa. So that's my YouTube channel, Buff Santa 55. And so I like it, you know, and I just can't say it enough. I would encourage you to lift. It's so important for your mental well-being and your physical well-being. And if you have any questions, I mean, drop me a line. I'd be happy to share a link with you, try to steer you in the right direction, show you some other guys that I take advice from that are on the interweb, and yeah, I mean, I would just encourage you to do it, because there's nothing wrong in lifting. You can have wrong techniques, but those things can be corrected. And but man, so long as you're just pounding that steel, you're improving yourself. And God forbid, should you ever find yourself in a situation where you have to defend yourself, you'd be surprised how when that adrenaline kicks in. You might be a strong man at the gym. That adrenaline kicks in, it's like, now you're Superman. You'd be surprised how much powerful you become when that fight or flight kicks in and you're already a big, strong dude. It's incredible. There's Lou Ferrigno. I don't know how true the story is, but Lou Ferrigno is a big bodybuilder, very, very strong, athletic man. You know, he's in his 70s now, but in his heyday, I believe the story goes, his kids were in a truck, and somehow or another, it jumped out of park, popped out of park, and started rolling down the hill. And Lou Ferrigno stopped this big, I can't remember how big it was. Like I said, I don't know for sure if it was a true story, but it was a story that I heard when I was younger. And then I think he had popped a vein or something. And it's like, I don't remember. It was a long time ago. But that adrenaline kicked in, and not to mention how strong he was. I mean, he stopped that truck. And again, I don't know if it's a true story. I think I heard it at a gym. But I just remember that story because I've always been a fan of Lou Ferrigno. He's just, you know, one of my heroes in the bodybuilding realm of things. I just enjoy Lou Ferrigno. I just think he was an outstanding athlete. Several times he could have beaten Arnold Schwarzenegger, hands down, and I think the only reason why he wasn't ever given the Mr. Olympia, honestly, in my personal opinion, was because he was hearing impaired. And the knuckleheads that were judging didn't give it to him based on that, because he certainly had the talent, he had the physique, the body, the proportions. He was just, he had it all, in my opinion. So there was at least 2 years. I know for a fact that he could have just smoked. Well, he should have smoked. He could have smoked, did smoke, in my opinion, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold's a brilliant dude too, but he wasn't as big as Lou. So a lot of guys should have won it. Marcus Rule's another guy I think that should have won Mr. Olympia at least once. I can't go back and name the year, and I haven't watched all the competitions Marcus Rule was in, but I've seen enough where they're doing the pose downs and you're watching, and you look at the symmetry and just the pure size and demeanor of some of these guys. Yeah, I mean, he should have won. He should have won at least one time in his career. Absolutely. These guys that won 6, 7, eight times in a row, and I mean, give me a break. Give me a break. Those guys, they tend to fit an image for a short period of time of what these people want to get out there, and then boom, done. So anyway, that's my rant for 20 minutes on lifting. So just because I love it so much, I can keep talking about lifting. That's my drug, man. I mean, alcohol and drugs and sex don't compare to a good workout session, man, where you're hitting PRs. It's just incredible. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I enjoyed the other. I enjoy the other things that pertain to being married a lot. But if I don't have that, the next best thing is lifting weights. So I really enjoy it. And again, I can't say it enough. Like and subscribe. Leave me a comment. If you're interested in lifting or looking for advice or just encouragement, I'm your dude, whether you're male or female. And, especially the older you are, I mean, the more important it is, especially for women. If you're a mom and you've had 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 kids, weightlifting, weight training, resistance is huge. Not the stupid bands and the yoga stuff, but I'm talking about some dumbbells that you can utilize at home, safely and effectively without injuring yourself. And you can do a lot with a set of dumbbells. So at home. So on a flight of stairs, on a bench, on a box, I mean, you'd be surprised what you can do. So again, like and subscribe, share this video. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you want to drop me a comment, that'd be awesome. I'd love to encourage you to get started into powerlifting or weightlifting, period. So thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day, and look forward to making another video.